So as part of my new job, I'll be working both in Kuala Lumpur and in Serimban. Serimban's a large province with many small villages throughout the south and eastern Kuala Lumpur. In fact, Serimban is actually located more to the south-southeast of Malaysia. The area around my neighborhood is pretty quiet. Along the main stretch of town, there are plenty of restaurants and a couple of houseware markets, but just about any variety of Indian food, Chinese food, and Malay dishes can be found here.
Who is Daula Tuanku?
It's Your Highness. Greetings, Your Highness, something like that.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Yeah.
Jennifer.
Malaysia has long since cut down nearly all of its primary rainforests, replacing them with palm oil, rubber tree, and palm seed plantations. So while these amazing mountain vistas are pleasing to the eye, they're lined and layered with organized rows of these trees that sort of break up that natural feel that once graced these horizons. There's not a lot going on in these parts, so I'll have plenty of time to do what I've set out to do here this year. And with all the traveling, book editing, film production, and photography edits that I have to do, I'm sure all that downtime will come in pretty handy. I'll be adding a journal about the local area, and when I get my car, I'll be able to drive around to the neighboring places and find out more. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about my new place in the country. Not being a very populated place, there's not much need for high-rise apartments and skyscrapers, so they tend to be 1- and 2-story businesses around the area. That goes for condos as well. These are normally built in long rows, but they generally don't build them any longer than 10 or so homes in the same complex, and they're almost always covered in terracotta roof tiles. These are a pretty common sight throughout Asia in general. You can always tell where Chinese people live because they hang these red lanterns that they believe keep away evil spirits. My place is an end unit, which means that it has the whole side of the house as a yard or patio area. It's made for a larger family, so I'm not sure why I was the one chosen for this particular house, but here I am, me and my huge driveway. The driveway is partially covered. It has a large security gate, and it can even fit several cars, as if I would ever have that need. They also love bars and security measures here in Asia. So my very large entryway has a giant cage to keep people in, or out, depending on the perspective. There is a living room, which is actually more of a vestibule. Someone's actually come along and mounted a flat screen TV on the wall. But that really wouldn't matter because all of my 8 channels are completely unwatchable. They range from silly game shows to the zany news anchor. Except for the subtitled Asian drama channel, it's a lot like watching 7 different channels of Nickelodeon. In my house there are 4 bedrooms, mine being the master suite with a private bath. The other bedrooms enter directly off the dining area and the kitchen. And with 15-foot ceilings, there are lots of ceiling fans throughout. They generally have a foam queen-size bed, a hutch for clothes and shoes, and they also have some sort of a bureau for doing makeup or getting ready in the morning. These rooms have the added bonus of a wall mirror with a classy light fixture. They also each have an air conditioning unit, but this is not common in most houses in Asia. It's considered more of a luxury, really. The second bathroom is at the other end of the house, and beyond that, the back door opens up to an alleyway behind the local merchant shops. This bathroom comes with a treat, a sit-down style toilet. It's a treat because most toilets in this region of the world are little more than a very classy hole in the ground. And while it's a Western toilet, they also make use of a rubber tube instead of toilet paper. Don't ask me how to use it. I know, but I'm not telling. The kitchen is pretty nice. It has a clothes washer that actually has buttons in English, so I won't have to risk ruining my nice clothes by messing up the settings. Then there's the cooking area. They have a fresh water cooler which supplies hot water for tea, And they generally don't have stoves or range tops in most houses. So what they use is called a hot plate. My house has been equipped with a large wall-mounted water filter, which comes in handy when filling up the water cooler. The fridge is nice too. It's an over-under refrigerator freezer. And I've taken the liberty of stocking it with my favorite non-Asian beverage. But they also make this delicious raspberry tea. Not unlike the tea that they make in the US, just a lot sweeter. They have other varieties too. All of them in Malaysia are usually pretty sweet. My bedroom is clearly a mess. Don't hold that against me though. I'm normally pretty clean, but I just arrived yesterday, so finally being able to spread out is a bit of a long time coming. Like the other bathroom, mine has a lovely matching set of green toilet and sink. The shower head is adjustable to almost any angle, and it gets hot quick. And that's my house in the Malaysian countryside.